Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be doing some stamping with these lovely VersaFine ink colours and my fairly new collection of folk flowers. So I'm going to be stamping an all over pattern with them today, but they're really lovely for cards and all sorts of things really. So I'm just going to be stamping an all over pattern because it show you all the designs and it will show you just how to make an all over pattern really, which you might want to use for gift wrap or all sorts of things. And it shows all the designs for you as well. So I think I'm going to get started. I'm going to use the bigger stamps to start with and then maybe stamp some of the smaller ones in between. There's quite a few different designs in this collection and they come in a couple of different sizes as well. So they're really versatile and they've been so popular. I thought it would be good to do a bit of stamping with them. I think I'm going to use this one actually as well. The VersaFine Claire are really great actually with these because they're quite sharp, they're quite kind of clear-cut designs and that clarity of the design will come out really well with the VersaFine Claire. So let's get started. So I'm just going to build the pattern as I go really. I think I'm going to start with the biggest flowers first and then fit the smaller ones in between. So that possibly wasn't the best way to do that because I did the flowers first. I think I'm going to go all over with, I'm going to start that again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp green all over, like that. Go for all over green, and then I'm going to go in with the kitchen roll. I'm going to take the colour off, like this. And then I'm going to use the corner. So I'm using the corner of the ink pad to stamp the flower, which is also like a triangle shape, so that works quite well. Okay, we'll see how that goes. There we go. It's quite nice, bright, folky colours. And next, I think we will go for, I'm going to mix the greens up a bit, I think. So I think I'm going to go for a slightly darker green with this one. And I'm going to do the same thing again. Green tea. Maybe I'll put a bit of Pacific in the middle as well. I just had such a great time designing these flowers. I think because I was originally a textile designer, I could probably design non-stop flowers and patterns. They're kind of my happy place and my comfort zone. But I kind of challenge myself to do other things. But what I've loved about these is I absolutely love designing them, and they've been really popular as well, so it's good to know that we're all on the same page and the things that I like designing are also selling well, so that's been really encouraging for me. There we go. I'm going to give this a bit of space so that we can do some other ones in between. I'm lining all this up by eye, so we'll see how that goes. So there we go. And the next one I'm going to try is this one. For this one, I think we'll go with the green tea again. The flowers are a little bit further away from the leaves on this one, so I'm thinking maybe I can get away without having to wipe them. So I think we're going to go for a bright pink with this one. Go for charming pink. Lovely bright pink. Tell you what this was just making me think of. It was making me think of sort of the traditional stencil techniques that's sometimes used with folk arty type flowers. There we go. There. And then we can do some smaller ones in between, but I think maybe I'm going to do the next row of stamping first. So I'm going to do this pink one again. It's up to you if you want to do a repeating pattern or whatever you want to do really. But I should think mostly you'll be using these with cards. And I've been thinking this year that these stamps would be really lovely with some of my Easter designs. So I think I might have to do a bit of that to show you. So you could either do them in a square like that, or you could do them half like that. I'm trying to think what would be nice. I might go for a square, and then we're going to be putting smaller ones in between. Maybe I'll do a different colour this time with this flower. I think I'm going to go for this one with, we'll go for that pale blue again, pale green. And maybe I will do a little bit of darker green. And then I'm going to wipe off where the flowers are again. Just wipe them off like that. And then I'm going to try a different blue this time. Okay. And I'm going to stamp it underneath this one, like this. There we go. That's come out a little bit muted, maybe because I didn't clean it quite well enough, but I quite like how the greens come out quite nicely on that one. So now we could do the yellow and do this one again. And we do some green tea. Try and avoid the flowers a bit if I can. Green tea, and then it looked quite nice with a little bit of Pacific in there as well. Put a bit of Pacific in. And then I'm going to go for some yellow. Can use a little bit of stamp cleaner as well if you think you're having a bit of problem getting it off. Just a little bit of stamp cleaner and a little bit of, and wipe the stamp cleaner off again. And then we'll do some yellow. Okay. And then I'm a bit worried that some of the green's come off. Put a little bit of green back in. There. Then we'll do this. Yeah. And then I think maybe I should do one more row. I'm going to give this a bit of a clean because that didn't quite get clean properly. Give that one a little bit of clean with the stamp cleaner. And then we're going to try, should we try a bit of bright green and maybe a bit of this one. And I'm just going to wipe the ink off again and try a bit of this colour. See if we can get it a bit cleaner this time. Do one more row. There, that's come a bit cleaner. Maybe that ink pad's got a little bit dirty, but it all adds to it. So now I think we're going to do the pink one here. So for the pink, I'll do some green tea. Let's see, to ink it up with the green tea and pink on the top. Okay. And then we can do one more yellow one. And then I'm going to fill in with some smaller ones in between. Building up a lovely all over pattern. Here we go. The yellow. We missed a bit of green there. And a bit of okay. And here we go. There we are. So now I'm going to use some of the smaller flowers to fit in the middle. So we've got these little ones that can go in the middle. These are also the stamps that I use to decorate the gift boxes. I don't know if any of you have seen the gift boxes, but they're really good for stamping on the gift boxes that I'm selling with gift sets in. So you can use them just all with one colour, which I've done with the gift boxes, or you can do two colours like this. Okay, and they are super cute. I don't know what's going on with this blue. It seems to keep coming out a bit dirty. There, that's quite pretty. That's a bit like a little cornflower blue. So for this one, what colour should we do? This one's a bit trickier because you've got the leaves and the flowers mixed up a bit. Maybe I will do the Pacific blue, and then I'm just wiping off, which is quite fiddly. Maybe I should introduce a purpley colour. Try the lilac bloom and see if I can just pick up the flowers with that. There we go, that's quite sweet. And then I'm going to do one of these ones. Maybe I'll do the smaller one. So for that one, I feel like we need another colour now. Maybe I'll do this purpley pink. Purpley pink, and maybe the Pacific again. Okay, that's quite cute, like that. I'll do some down the bottom here. I'm going to go for cornflowery blue. Cornflower blue and some green tea. No, I don't want these. I'm going to do it up here first. Then again, it's like with anything, the more time you spend doing this, the quicker you get. I think these simple little stamps would work quite well stamped into clay as well, because they're just quite simple. I think they'd be quite good for clay. They're all of the folky designs that take me right back to my childhood. I'm going to put that one up there, and then I'm going to put this one down here, because my mum, all her designs that she did with cloth kits, her early designs especially, were very much folk inspired. It's just the lovely simplicity of the folky designs which is so lovely. And I'm going to use, I think I was using that one. There we go. And then I could do some at the sides and some more of this one. This one's a bit like a little forget-me-not. So there's quite a variety of scale in this group of designs, so you'll be able to find the perfect size for your project, I think. That's a purpley one. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying watching the videos, and let me know in the comments what you like and anything you'd like to see me do with the stamping, any stamping challenges you have for me. And we're nearly there. I could probably keep going to the edge of the paper, but you might all fall asleep. We could do a couple more over here. I'm just stamping on white cartridge paper here, which isn't actually ideal for wrapping paper. If you're making some wrapping paper, I would advise you to use sugar paper. I found that sugar paper is much easier to wrap something in than this is quite a heavyweight cartridge paper, and it wouldn't be very easy to wrap a present in this. But maybe if you're making a gift bag or something out of it, it might work. But I find sugar paper is really great for wrapping. Let's do a purpley one. Maybe we need to do a couple more of the little tulipy ones, and then I think we're finished. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and it's given you a bit of inspiration for your stamping, and also helped you see how easy it is really, and how there's not really very many mysteries to it, which is why I like doing these videos, because I just want everyone to get as much as they can out of these stamps and just have a great time while they're doing it as well. What should we do? We could do one more little flower down here. And maybe one more little tulip at the top. So I hope this little stamping video has shown you a bit about how I ink up these stamps, and a little bit about layout and using the smaller and the larger designs together. Okay, maybe we need to do one more in the corner and then we're done. And oh, that's the bigger one. Gotta do one more, the bigger one in the corner. There. And that's a little bit of stamping with my new folk floral stamps. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video.